Okay, today we're talking about kind of advanced factoring or weird kinds of factoring. First thought, this can factor, even though nothing goes into both of them. And it doesn't have three terms like normally they do. But it'll factor into x and x, remember this one? Plus 4 and minus 4. Now why does that work? Because the outside and inside terms cancel. All right, now that'll work for any thing where this is a perfect square and this is a perfect square. So this is called a difference of squares. You'll need to remember that for the worksheet today. It's going to ask you about difference of squares. All right, this is the part where you should have your notes out. And today's date is 10/31, otherwise known as Halloween. One of my classes, it worked out perfect because today we're talking about decomposition, which is actually a math concept, but obviously works for dead bodies too, so great Halloween topic. All right, so what if it was this, x squared minus 25? You'd be able to fire it off really quick. X plus and x plus, no, x minus 5 and negative 5. You get that? But what if it was 4x squared? Don't say it. Write down what you think the answer is. Don't say it. Write it down on your paper. Notes. Well, you use the same exact concept, a plus and a minus inside so that the middle terms will cancel. And the middle terms have to be exactly the same as each other, right? Otherwise, they wouldn't cancel. And so it's still got to be a 5 and a 5 then, doesn't it? And what would the rest be? 2x and 2x. Now think about this. This is just a 4x squared being broken into a 2x and a 2x. That is the square root of 4x squared. And this is the square root of 5. Sorry, square root of 25. Sorry. Yes, sir. Correct. You could not do this with a 4x and an x because then your outside and inside terms wouldn't cancel. You know what I'm saying? All right. All right. So here's the next one, which is really confusing for people sometimes. Back to that. Ah. It's just plus 1 and minus 1, right? Because 1 is a perfect square. Because 1 times 1 makes 1. So the outside and the inside will cancel, just like you'd want. And the firsts make x squared, and the lasts make negative 1. So it works. The parentheses around it at the beginning was irrelevant. It didn't. Ignore those. Okay, next thing. Let's say it was 16x squared minus 36. Write that one down. A lot of people are going to think they've got it and won't. All right, Mr. R. All right. Raise your hand. How many of you guys got that one? And you're all wrong. Yes!
What? Why? No. I didn't get that.
Yeah. I'm sure that's why you didn't write that down. Okay. Because, see, there's something still buried in both of these. A 2 is, and you got 2x minus 3. And there's still something buried in both of those. A 2 is, and this is 2x plus 3. And then if I put those 2's together, it'll be 4 out in front, and a 2x minus 3, and a 2x plus 3. And here's what you could have done at the very beginning that would have been smart. Put a 4 out at the beginning, and had x squared minus 9, and then that would have split into the, 2x squared, sorry. I'm wrong. 4x squared. Oh, there we go. Now, I know some people are confused probably because I just screwed that up, but watch. And see how it's 16 and 36 both have a 4 in them? 4 times 4 makes 16, and 4 times 9 makes 36. That's why I can take the 4 out at the beginning. And then this can split up into two parts. The reason this was wrong is that it could be factored further. It's sort of like saying reducing. If I took 16 over 32, and I was proud of myself because I reduced that to 8 over 16. Well, yeah, that's a good start, but you didn't go all the way. Same with this. It's a good start, but you haven't factored it all the way yet. Okay? You get that? All right, so when you're doing this kind, 2x squared plus 4x plus 2, start by looking, whenever there's fairly largish numbers on all three of them, look and see if there's something in common. Is there? A 2 comes out, and then what do you have left? X squared plus 2x plus, what do you put there? 1. And then, will that factor? Yes, it will. So you're looking for this is called the GCF. Greatest common factor. All right. X plus 1, X plus 1. All right. So now, this is just the factoring part. If I had to make these equations, I'd have to write a y equals in the front of them. Don't forget that. You need a y equals to make an equation. All right? Or it doesn't have to be y. It could be f of x equals. Or you could even set them equal to 0. As long as there's an equals and something on the other side, then it's an equation. This is not an equation. It's an expression. All right. So I think we covered the main stuff that you need to know for the quiz. And now you're ready for the homework. This happens a lot, by the way, that there's something in everything that needs to be factored out to the front. It's called the GCF. Don't forget that in your worksheet. All right, here comes the quiz, and then your homework that goes along with this again is factoring worksheet C, as in cow, or as in cannibal, since it's Halloween.